in the spirit of my not being able to sleep, sup, my name is Ryu for the Yugioh Council. I'm getting too used to saying the Pokemon Council and jumping back and forth now. So if I say it, forgive me. So what we're talking about tonight is going to be a very touch and go situation. So please, don't take offense to what I have to say tonight, because I don't want to step on anyone's toes. But since we're the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, we have to say, well, in discussions, these things. So, in the back, you can't see it right now, I'm putting my flame suit on. Because this is going to be a heated discussion. I'm going to say that very nicely. Where does locals, YCS, regionals, worlds fall in the competitive world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And this means for you guys too, so it's going to be very touch and go. We're going to touch upon things that other people have said in the past, and we're going to touch upon things that people have never stated before. At least I hope to. They may have stated. There's a lot of us. Alright, let's start with the big one. Do locals even matter when it comes to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh? Does it matter if your locals has 400 people and you have some of the best players there? If your locals is ARG, fuck yes. If your locals is more relaxed, I guess like kind of KT, we have a good mixture of, people coming and going and then playing cards and then shit like that. But there's other places in New York that do carry a very competitive, hardcore based scene, and then there's places that are a little more relaxed. I know many of you have that same thing, but you're probably wondering where the fuck does Ryu stand on this. To me, I think locals do matter in the competitive scene because it's where you get started. It's where you earn your grounding. So even that foundation, even though it may not seem like it has any real value to the future of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!, it starts from the locals and then branches out from there. I know most of us did not just say, fuck it, I'm going to go buy a Yu-Gi deck and try to enter regionals. Most of you probably said, I'm going to go to a locals, I'm going to make some friends, I'm going to play some cards, and then you know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to top in an event after 3 months or some shit like that, understanding this game. Or I'm going to go on YouTube and find that too. So where does the YugiTube crowd come in? Where does the viewers of YugiTube come in for the competitive scene? I know many of you love the competitive scene. I know we have hardcore discussions on this shit as if our lives depended on it. At least that's how it feels to me, and that's how I want it to feel, because this to me is like a career and I enjoy the fuck out of it. I really do. So since I enjoy it, I'm gonna go hardcore about this. To me, every aspect of anything that can have a competitive nature matters in the competitive scene. Now, in the grand scale, it may not matter as much, but it's still a tiny spark that does matter. I kind of stole that line, but I'm not even going to deny that. When you watch someone do something cool as fuck, and you see this OTK that you've never seen before, and you go, holy crap, that was amazing. I'm going to go to locals and do that. Guess what? You just entered the world of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! You know why? Because two players step into basically a little board. Let's imagine there's a field, board, whatever, and you guys are going on the battlefield to claim victory. That is basis of competitiveness. It's the same thing as if I was messing around with Super Smash or Halo or League of Legends or World of Warcraft, PvP, or anything of that sort. There is a competitive nature in the human mind. Now, for many of us, it may be much more than the person next to us. That's perfectly fine. It doesn't matter how competitive you are. But there is that little button in you that gets a good feeling when you win. But tonight we're not just talking about the locals, we're talking about regionals too. How far do regionals truly matter? If a Cyber Dragon deck tomorrow topped the regionals, will it freaking matter? Or is it just kind of irrelevant because it's a regionals? And this can go further than just a TCG, but we're focusing on a TCG tonight. To me, I think it does because it flows the creativity of the competitive mind and not just the casual basis. It allows players to see further than they ever have before. It allows them to see tech things that maybe they haven't seen before, and it starts getting them to get the brain juices flowing and get creative out there and take a spin on a deck that's already out there. Say, you take Shaddolls and you mix them with 6 Samurai for whatever the fuck reason. Whatever reason. It's probably not going to work, but for whatever reason, someone finds a way to make it work. There you go. That, to me, matters because it gets people interested. You get people interested, they keep wanting to play because of competitive nature. Let's have one more game. Let's play one more game. Battery Man, freaking Shaddoll, hell yeah, I'm going to control this bitch and OTK at the same fucking time. You know why? Because I can. In all seriousness, I should go probably write that down because that sounds like a fun idea. Now, how much fun can be put into the competitive basis of Yu-Gi-Oh? Can it just be, I feel like dicking around, some Dragosack and 101s and Castels and Goyos and Ying Zings and shit like that? Can it really be fun? Or is it so much like a game of chess that it dwindles down the fun level? I mean, for everyone, I think that answer is going to be different. For me, it comes across, if I'm able to win, great. If I lose, great. Do I have a fun time? Most likely. If my opponent's playing a troll deck though, forget it. I'm having a horrible time, and all I want to do is either flip the table or start side decking. That's my answer to that right there, and that is pure passion. No bullshit, coming straight from the chest, straight from the heart. That is pure honesty, what I just said. So, I had to stop myself there. I got a little too exciting. What it comes down to, and I did say we're going to mention Worlds, and we're going to get to there. I forgot Nationals. Really did it. Really did. I think now I'm starting to realize there is a bigger scene for the competitive base, just as there is for the casual. The casual base watches the anime, goes to the locals, plays for fun. They're not super competitive. Now, if you go on Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, or Nintendo, you play Mario Kart, or you play, I don't know what the hell game you would play on PlayStation 4, don't kill me. Let's say Call of Duty for the fucking argument's sake. Or you go on Xbox to play Halo, and you want to win. You don't feel like losing. My friend there, you have a competitive nature. Now, if you take that competitive nature and you put it into Yu-Gi-Oh, then you want to win. If you want to win, then you should start going to regionals, you should start going to nationals, you should start going to worlds. You should be the best you could be, and that's the goddamn bottom line. But there should always be some kind of fun behind it. If you're not having fun, then something's kind of wrong, because this is a hobby. That's the number one thing. Even in the competitive aspect of this game, it should be fun. Now, when two people sit down in the competitive world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And talk theories of how this and that functions and rulings, and getting a basic understanding of the game to a much higher level of the game, that should be fun too, right? It's all on the same spectrum right there. It's all on the same spectrum. I'm actually going to come over here and just close the door real quick. Don't mind me. I am on a hype level train of hype levelness. Now, what I do finally want to say is, if you're one of the lucky ones to make it to Worlds, take that win on. Now, for many of you, you may see that kind of silly. It shouldn't matter, you know, just play for fun. You get to Worlds, it's an accomplishment. I mean, you know, this game is more than just a game to a lot of us. We made friends, we made enemies, we went big or we went home salty. We hoped for the ban lists and we came together as players and we came to a whole new understanding of everything. And that, my friends, is what this whole shit is about when it comes to the community of Yu-Gi Tubing 2 and where we fit in. We are basically the final piece of the circle that comes around, that connects everyone. I'm not saying we're the only piece. There's forums, there's freaking IRL, you know, meeting people in person at locals. There's just having fun with your friends in the schoolyard or in college or at McFucking-Donald's, you know, whatever the fuck it is. Or if you're in the UK, even in the pub. I've seen it before, or airports, wherever, it doesn't matter. But I want you guys to let me know what competitive Yu-Gi-Oh means to you. How far you take it. Hopefully you really did enjoy this video, because I'm being completely honest. This is probably my personal favorite The Next Meta episode. And it probably will be for a long damn time. It's been a long time coming for this, to do this episode, and I just want to say thank you. I am currently still working on the Pokemon Council, but obviously the videos here are still going out on time. So I'm finally getting that balance where I needed to get 2 channels going. So if you're in the Pokemon Council, there's a link on the main channel. That's all I'm going to say from here on out. I am Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh Council. Stock market will be out tomorrow, for those of you who sticked around long enough. If you enjoyed the video, slap it with a like, high five it, whatever, get passionate about it. Go out there and have fun. Finally, before you do, stay there, before you do, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments what you thought. And let me know what you think about competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I will see you in the next video. I am Ryu for the next meta. Till next time, meta on. Wait, no, that's kind of stupid. Play on! Peace.